Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. We've got a perfect night for baseball on the show. It's the Minnesota Twins taking on the Seattle Mariners. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about set to go. And towing the slab in this one, Luis Castillo.
Four-pitch guy, he's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here, and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early, or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order, and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
Here comes the 0-1. And there's a strike on the outside corner.
0-2.
Foul ball, still 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Ball one there.
1-2.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. In the air, left field. Arozarena has a beat on it. And it's caught for the out. And now we take a peek at the Twins lineup. And it's clear the most important job they have today is getting to the starting pitcher early and often.
No doubt about that. That's the best way to disrupt a game. But can they do it? Certainly something for us to pay attention to in this one, partner.
Here's Byron Buxton. This is a guy you got to keep an eye on when he digs in. Definitely been known to drop a drag bunt from time to time. And he's pretty good at it, Chris.
Yeah, and he creates a sense of urgency for the defense because of the speed, because of the ability to put down that bunt.
First pitch misses. Now you see even sluggers from time to time try and use the bunt really as a way to beat the shift. One out, bases empty. And that one is inside.
Ball.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
One down, base is empty. That's ball four. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Now Correa up to hit. Correa, the former first overall pick from Puerto Rico back in 2012, and he blossomed into the American League Rookie of the Year in 2015. Castillo, a former All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a sinker, and he works in a changeup. Buxton on the run. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. He's safe. That was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
Next offering is in for a strike. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Raleigh pulls it down, and there's two gone. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And now for the Twins, Trevor Larnach. And there's a foul ball. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position.
No.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
Two outs. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Back in Seattle, and today's starter, Pablo Lopez.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Bottom of the first, and now the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Swing and a ball popped up. France moving under this one. Squeezes it, and there's 1 down. Take a look at the lineup. The batter now, Jorge Polanco. That misses the zone, and that is ball 1. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Next to hit, Cal Raleigh. On the corner for a strike. It's 0-1. Man at first, 1 away. That's a ball. Went with the sweeper. That misses, and the count is even 2-2. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And down on strikes he goes. 2 down. Now it's Randy Arozarena. Pitch is in there, and that is strike 1. Polanco off of first with 2 away. And that's downstairs. Going to count 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Cut on and missed. Struck him out. That ends the inning. Mariners leave 1. Scoreless after 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the first baseman, Ty France. Castillo back to work. And that's in for a strike.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Kenny Jansen doing home plate duties in this one.
Not a huge strike zone from Jansen, so he can't really be called a pitcher's umpire, but he does like the bottom part of the strike zone. We may see some pitchers steal a few strikes down there, especially the ones right below the knees. That's if their catcher can present it properly.
The pitch. Bounce to the left side. Throw over to Tellez. One out in the second. Ryan Jeffers at the plate. That one misses. Ball one. Fought off foul. Second inning here, no score. In the air, left field. And it falls. So a man aboard now with one away.
Batting seventh, the designated hitter, Mickey Gasper.
Next is the DH, a switch hitter, Mickey Gasper. Pitch misses there, 1-0. Fastball for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Top of the zone for a called strike. Goes down looking. Here's the third baseman, Brooks Lee. And first offering is fouled off. Two outs. And it's fouled away. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Twins wind up stranding one. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back at T-Mobile Park, we head to the bottom of the second. Now it's the right fielder, Luke Raley.
A lot of pitchers have caught on to how good he is hitting the first pitch. Smart to avoid the zone right there.
Swings and misses. And it's 1-1.
One ball.
Ooh,
One
Baya.
strike.
You got to remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
Ball two.
Fouls one off. 2-2.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Line drive to short and caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
And now it's Rowdy Tellez. And a foul ball. And Pablo Lopez will deliver. Close one, doesn't get the call. 1-1.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Here's a 1-1. Hit in the air right field, and that one way back there, and that is way gone. And just like that, they're out front. It's 1-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
1 out, base is empty. Miles Mastrobuoni getting ready to hit. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1. In the air out to center, and that will fall.
Batting eighth, third baseman.
And now for Seattle, Ben Williamson. Runner on the move. Strike in there. Throw. Save. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Just missed.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Headed towards the corner. Larnach on the run towards the line. Pulls it in on the run. Runner tags at second, and he moves up to third. Now 2 away.
Batting ninth, shortstop, J.P. Crawford.
J.P. Crawford gets a chance to hit. Swinging a foul straight back. Swinging a drive deep right field. That's back. And makes the grab. And the inning is over. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. It's now a 1-0 ball game. And we're back. So here's Bader now.
Left fielder, Harrison Bader.
Bader, guy who played his college ball at the University of Florida from the New York area. Went to Horace Mann High School. Swing and a high fly ball right field. He's got it. 1 away.
Now batting second baseman, Edouard Julien.
Now it's the second baseman, Edouard Julien. Fly to left his first time. Julien hitting leadoff in today's game, and he was born in Canada.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
1-1.
Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. Swing and a ground ball, and that's just foul. And that one is lifted in the air. Raley sizing this one up. Makes the catch for the out. And now it's going to be Byron Buxton. Walked his first time. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because they're certain.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Gets off a throw. The throw is late, and they don't get an out on the play.
I think he got a little casual on that play and took it for granted a little bit. So maybe just as much of a mental mistake as a physical one. And with 2 outs, that's a tough one to swallow for the entire defense.
Well, now here's Carlos Correa with a chance to hit. He's 0 for 1. And ball 1. And that one a little bit high. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Ground ball up the middle. Oh, great grab on the dive. To his knee, the throw in time. Got him. And that'll do it.
Proof right there of why he's a Gold Glover. Flash that leather around and make everybody excited. Nice job to end the inning.
Back in Seattle, set for the bottom of the 3rd. And now it's Julio Rodriguez. That's in there. That's strike 1. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. That K is his 3rd of the game.
No, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2 strikes, the sort of pitch you're hoping for. A bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location. But clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
Now it's the Mariners DH, Jorge Polanco. Late on that fastball.
0-1.
One down, base is empty.
No.
That
Ball
one missed.
Inside.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. And the count is 3-1. And he walked him.
Take your base.
Looked like a questionable call in that spot. He even seemed a little surprised it went his way at the plate. But as a hitter, you'll take that all day.
Cal Raleigh up next for the Mariners. Went down on strikes his first time through. Yeah, that's fouled off. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Polanco around second. Lead runner holds at 3rd, so 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
2 on, 1 out. Randy Arozarena digs in now. Golden opportunity right here. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Polanco, the runner at third. Raleigh at second with one away. Swing and a foul straight back. Line drive, base hit, one run is in. Throw comes in and holds the runner at third. They're at the corners now with still only one away.
Well done, drives in the run. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Runners at the corners here, one away. And now the right fielder, Luke Raley. Splits the plate, strike one. Runners are at the corners, one away. Right down the chute, and it's 0-2.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Next one is off the play, and a count 1-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. So here comes Rowdy Tellez. He's already homered here in this one. And that one fouled off. And downstairs. Traffic on the bases with one already in here in the last half of the third. Way inside, and that hit him. Now here is Miles Mastrobuoni. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
Misses the zone for a ball. That was the sweeper. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. And misses inside.
Ball 3.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
Two outs, bases are full. And he pumps it a strike. Now a screamer into the outfield. And that ends the inning. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 2-0 ball game. You're dialed into the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Trevor Larnach. That one outside. Ball 1. This one popped up. Raleigh drops into the glove. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting first baseman, Ty France.
Ty France, the next twin up to hit. And first offering is fouled off.
Here's something cool, Boog. When they finished building T-Mobile Park back in 1999, they actually opened it up in the middle of the season. I remember as a rookie with the Chicago White Sox, we opened the season at the Kingdome, and then when we came back later in the year, we were playing at T-Mobile Park. It's a beautiful place, great scenery from center field, and I always enjoyed playing here.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air left field. Pretty well struck. Pulls it in on the warning track. Two outs, base is empty. And here's the catcher, Ryan Jeffers. And he's already singled in this game. Fastball gets the corner at the knees. Not close with that one, and that's ball one. And that drops in for a strike. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout. Twins retired in short order. They trail things here 2-0. Bottom of the inning, and stepping in for the Mariners, Ben Williamson.
Third baseman, Ben Williamson.
And that's outside.
Well, these Mariners doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
Correa over to first. One up, one down. And now the shortstop, J.P. Crawford. Fastball for a strike at 95. Base is empty, one away. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Next pitch is outside. Gets the outside corner with that one. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. So that will bring up the top of the order with one away.
Now batting, the center fielder, Julio.
Back to the top of the Seattle order. And up next for Seattle, Julio Rodriguez. This one in the air. Julian makes the catch. And there's two down.
Now batting, designated hitter, Jorge Polanco.
Jorge Polanco up next for the Mariners. In for a strike. 0-1. Hard hit left side. They get the force. That's the third out. Inning over. One left for Seattle, but they hold the 2-0 lead. New inning getting started. Now it's going to be Mickey Gasper. Castillo back to work. Swings through that one for strike one.
Well, these Twins, from what we've seen, I think it's fair to wonder if they've been too patient at the plate. Sometimes it's a good thing, but today they're continuing to fall behind in the count, and that's adding a ton of pressure to their offense. He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
And next for Minnesota, Brooks Lee. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Right through there for a strike.
0-1.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-2.
The next offering misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And he grounds one to the right side. Throws to first in time. And that quickly 2 away.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And now Bader up to the plate. Flied to right his first time.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
He swings and fouls one off. And that is downstairs. And a count 2-1. Next offering is fouled back.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Two down, nobody on. Fights it off. He'll see another. Hit hard on the ground is short. Over to first.
He's out.
And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing here for the Twins. They trail it here 2-0. Back at T-Mobile Park, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now the Mariners catcher, Cal Raleigh. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game.
No, that's a
just
ball.
missed.
Really good athlete, and many times we talk about, you know, the feet of infielders. This catcher as well, really quick feet. He's able to recognize the pitch, see the trajectory, and get into a spot where he can block those balls and keep them from going to the backstop.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
1-2.
Really impressive with the way he frames, the way that he sets it up, because sometimes those pitches are off the plate, but because he sets up and presents it so well, he steals strikes for his pitcher.
And as well, lots of pop in that bat. So you combine the slug with really good defense. Next one is off the plate. And a full count now.
Full count.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
You usually are going to see that inside fastball a little longer coming in from the opposite side, but that pitch really got in on him right there. I mean, that's a well-thrown pitch. Tough to do anything with that in terms of getting the hands through and the sweet spot of the bat to the baseball.
A Rosarena in the box here lets that one go for a ball. That one fouled off. One down, base is empty. That one finds the corner. That's strike 2.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
And it's even up.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
And look out. That one gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one. Here's Rowdy Tellez. He's already homered in this game. That one finds the zone, And that's strike one.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First two pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Next pitch is outside. Now move to first. Raley back on a dive. Raley, the runner at first with two gone. Hit in the air, right field. And that'll do it. Mariners leave one. They're up 2-0. All set for the top of the sixth. Here's the second baseman, Edouard Julien. Fastball is outside. And that is out of play. And that one is downstairs. 2-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slide.
That hit him. And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning. And the batter now, Byron Buxton. He's 0 for 1. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. This one in the dirt. Safe. He beats it. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Man, it seems like his control has just totally left him out there. He hits the guy, then immediately throws a wild pitch to move him into scoring position. I'm sure that's a lonely feeling out there on the mound right now. He's so solid, calms the heart rate of the pitcher and the manager when the ball goes up in the air. You just automatically assume that it's an out every time it's hit in the air.
And another ball.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial gold glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
Late swing, fouled off. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. I remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed. Up and in, and now it's 3-2.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. Swing and a miss, struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
And here comes Carlos Correa. 0 for 2 in this one. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. One of the things with Correa, the impact he makes, not just on offense, but defense as well. A guy who's won a platinum glove as the best defender in the American League. Probably my favorite note, though, on Carlos Correa. He likes to, before games, go to a regular old batting cage and take BP with his dad. 2 on, 1 out. Trevor Larnach, the next twin up to hit. There's a strike.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot. And
fouled off.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Next pitch, not close, up high.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
And a ball evens the count. Back to the mound. It hit him. Still able to get it there in time. And on the out, a run scores. And now they'll hustle out to check on him. That was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee.
Yeah, clearly in some real pain, but he will not want to come out of this game if he doesn't have to. It's looking to me like he's going to try to shake it off and continue.
So up next for Minnesota, Ty France. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high leverage situation.
Yeah, Boog, not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
That one is absolutely belted. Back there. And it's gone. And they lead it. It's 3-2.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
And here comes the Mariners manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Luis Castillo won't go any further, and he leaves in a one-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Edward Bizardo.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
So 2 down. Ryan Jeffers, the next to hit. Line drive. Crawford throws to first in time. That's the 3rd out. But the Twins bring in 2 on the homer. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Back after this on the show. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Danny Coulombe.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
Well, 1-run game. And now for Seattle, Miles Mastrobuoni, 1 for 2. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
Well, on paper, it's favorable to have a fairly quick inning here with 2 of the 3 hitters he's set to face batting from the left side, same side he throws from.
Into center. Diving, but it gets down for a hit.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. These days, most outfielders play pretty deep, and I'm not sure if that was a factor there or not, but off the bat, you're thinking it's going to be a pop-out, and it just kind of nestled into that spot where no one was able to get to it.
No outs, runner at first. At the plate, Ben Williamson.
Yep.
In the dirt, but kept close. No advance. Good job behind the dish. Strike 2.
Just couldn't get that one down, and it's really just about catching the ball with the bat.
With the go-ahead run at the plate here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a pop-up. France. And there's one down.
Now batting, shortstop, J.P. Crawford.
J.P. Crawford up next for the Mariners.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head. Way to lay off that pitch down.
Check swing, no appeal. 1-run game, 1 out, 1 on. And that's in there at the knees.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
High fly ball, right field. This could go the distance. Home run. And they add a pair. It's 4-3. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
Rodriguez up next for the Mariners. 0 for 3 in this one. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Rodriguez goes 6 feet 3 inches, 24 years old, and he's a former Rookie of the Year. One down, base is empty. Foul ball there. Foul ball. Still only 1 out here in the inning. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Now it's the DH, Jorge Polanco. And a foul ball. Rodriguez leads off first with 1 away. And that's in for a strike. Swings and misses, struck him out.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Here's the catcher, Cal Raleigh. 1 for 3. Step off, throw to first. Can't glove it cleanly. And first offering is fouled off. And strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. He swung over top of the curveball. 2 come in on this Seattle homer. It's now a 4-3 ball game. And we're back. We go to the top of the 7th, and now the Minnesota designated hitter, Mickey Gasper. Swing and a foul out of play. Looking to get the tying run on base.
Ball.
Activity in the bullpen. Trent Thornton getting ready to go. Spire, a left-hander, also throwing. Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
The 1-2. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Tellez on the move. Brings it in. And there's one away. Brooks Lee now at the plate. Just missed.
1 ball, no strike.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. There's a strike. Holding on to a 1-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 2 away.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there, and I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in, kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it, and not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it.
Bader stands in now and watches strike 1.
1 strike.
That one catches the zone. No balls, 2 strikes. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his back down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
And now 1-2.
1-2.
That's a little bit low.
2-2.
And a swing and a miss there. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. That completes the strikeout. Inning over. Nothing doing here this half. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Mariners 4 and the Twins 3. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Brock Stewart.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Well, 1-run game, so now it's the Mariner cleanup hitter, Randy Arozarena. And there's a ball. Action in the pen down there. Griffin Jacks, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Sands warming up as well. And another ball. On the ground to the left. On to France. They get the out on a Arozarena.
Now batting, right fielder, Luke Raley.
Now it's the right fielder, Luke Raley. And that's in for a strike. That one down the line, and it goes just foul. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. And here's the first baseman, Rowdy Tellez. He launched a solo shot back in the second inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot.
That one the other way, and that's a fair ball.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Two outs, runner at first. Miles Mastrobuoni up next for the Mariners. And first offering is fouled off. Fought off foul. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Makes a nice running catch. And that is that. One left for Seattle, and it remains a 4-3 game. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the eighth. Trent Thornton.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Back to the top of the order, Edouard Julien getting ready to hit. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that is ball one.
Evidently not too impressed with that call, and it feels like he got squeezed on the outside corner, so he's making his case. You've got to be careful to pick your spots in terms of showing your frustration with the umpire, and he felt this was his time.
That's a slider for a strike. Some activity in the Mariners bullpen. Andres Munoz, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. On the corner for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that misses. And the count's even at 2.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Pretty big strikeout right there to start this 8th inning. Down 1. Any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just try to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate.
So up next, Byron Buxton. And they've got the no doubles defense set up. Outfielders playing deep, infielders guarding the lines. Went with the sweeper, but it misses. Next offering is in for a strike.
1-1.
Laser base hit, and the tying run is on base.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Here's Carlos Correa.
Well, with pretty good speed over there at first base, I think the pitcher's got to slow everything down. Hold the ball a little bit, step off, just try to break the rhythm and timing of a potential base stealer.
Buxton on the run. There's a ball. And safe. It's a stolen base. And the tying run is now in scoring position. Singy, the best way to catch this guy might be on replay.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the only way to catch him, Boog. I mean, you see that sprint speed on StatCast right there. It's elite and just makes it very tough on the defense. A lot of pressure on those players.
That one finds the corner. And the count even 1-1.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
Thornton checks the runner. Buxton back in there.
Good wheels out there on second, and he's getting a pretty big lead right now. Definitely looking to score on any hit to the outfield. Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Got him swinging.
Such a challenge when a guy's got great velocity. He's throwing a slider over 90 miles per hour. You want to be ready to hit that fastball, but that late break just eats you up every time.
Here's Trevor Larnach. Check swing, called strike. So the tying run at second. That's ripped into the outfield. Pops over the wall, and that's an automatic double. A run comes in on the play.
He puts a great swing on that pitch and drives home the run, and that was always going to be a double, but the bounce over the wall just took the guesswork out of it right away. It was a nice swing.
So a change being made out at second. Pinch running here, Deshaun Kiersey Jr. And now the first baseman, Ty France. First pitch misses.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
2 down, go ahead run in scoring position. This to third. Throw over to Tellez. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. So they even it up here as we head for a good finish to this one. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. And we are tied 4-4. Back in Seattle, now the third baseman, Ben Williamson.
Third baseman, Ben Williamson.
Stewart back to work. Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
0-2.
And a swing and a miss. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
Well, that pitch wasn't even close to being a strike, and that just goes to show you how defensive hitters can become when they're up against an 0-2 count. You're just hoping for a mistake somewhere near the zone that you can get the bat to, but right there, he was clearly anxious. He was swinging when the ball left the hand.
And now J.P. Crawford. There's a strike. Next offering is in for a strike.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. High fly ball, right field. Kiersey settles underneath it. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, the center fielder.
And stepping in for the Mariners, Julio Rodriguez. Close, but called a ball. And that's ball 1.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
This one in the air. He's there. He's got it. And that is that. Mariners are down in order. This game's all tied at 4. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set to start the 9th in this one. And now the Twins catcher, Ryan Jeffers. And that's in there at the knees. And it's through for a hit. The leadoff single, and the go-ahead run is aboard.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Next is the designated hitter, Mickey Gasper. Bunts it towards the mound. 1 at second. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice. Brooks Lee, the next Twin up to hit. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
Oh, 1 down. Hit on the ground might be 2. Feeds to second, out there. On to Tellez, and the double play ends the inning.
Pitcher made the pitch, and his players made the play behind him. Nice job. 4-6-3 inning-ending double play.
Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the 9th. Griffin Jacks.
Number 22, Griffin Jacks.
In now is the Mariners DH, Jorge Polanco.
Well, both sides equally as strong, so not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
There's a strike. Yeah, that's fouled off. 4-4 in the ninth.
Ball.
Movement in the bullpen. Yohan Duran warming up for manager Rocco Baldelli.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Cal Raleigh up next for the Mariners.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
First pitch, not close. All tied up here in the last half of inning number 9. That's outside, and the count is 2-0. Ripped to short. Fires across the diamond. And that quickly 2 away.
Now batting, left fielder, Randy Arozarena.
So 2 down now, and here is Randy Arozarena. Jax, 30 years old now, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2016. That one close, ruled a ball, and it's 1-0. And that gets the inside corner for a strike. Tap foul at the plate. Trying to send this to extra innings. That one almost got him. This one in the air. Julien corrals it. And that is that. And 1, 2, 3 go the Mariners. Still all square at 4 apiece. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Andres Munoz. Go ahead run on base. Now the left fielder, Harrison Bader. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Ball 1 and a pitch inside.
1-0. Ball 2.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Raley brings it in, and there's one down.
Up next for the Twins, second baseman Edward Julien.
Looks like we've got a substitution at second. Here's the pinch runner for the Twins, Cody Clemens. Now it's the second baseman, Edouard Julien.
Well, first base open. Really no reason to pitch to this hitter right here. Put him on, have the force that's...
Oh, now this one's high and deep, way back there, on its way, gone. And that's how they take the lead. It's 6-4. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. The hard sinker can be a pretty tough pitch because of the late life and movement, but somehow he got the barrel to that pitch. Stay a really nice home run.
One down, digging in, Byron Buxton. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads.
And first offering is fouled off. Munoz, an all-star a season ago. He features a slider, a four-seamer, and he works in a sinker. One down, base is empty. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Misses, and it's 1-2.
Well, I think he's trying to get a feel for where that one missed. I mean, it could have gone either way, but he looked a little shocked for a second there.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Slider got him for strike 3.
Well, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Correa, the next to hit, takes outside. 2 outs, base is empty. That's down and in. Liner, base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those spots or things can get away from you awfully quickly.
And here comes the Mariners manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Andres Munoz gives way. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. Pitching change here, Colin Snyder.
Number 52. Colin Snyder.
So a man aboard, and next will be the cleanup hitter, Deshaun Kiersey Jr. Entered the game as a pinch runner. First plate appearance for him here. Correa off of first with 2 away. Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile. But with 2 down.
2 strikes.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Ball
No,
1
that's a
there.
ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Good eye right there.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. So they get 2 runs on 2 hits. One of them left the yard. Last chance to even things up. We head to the bottom of inning number 10. It's the Twins 6 and the M's 4. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Yohan Duran.
Save opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy. Time to lock this one down and get out of here with a W.
So digging in, Luke Raley.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Right fielder, Luke Raley.
In the air, left field, down the line. And there's one away.
Now batting, first baseman, Rowdy Tellez.
And up next for Seattle, Rowdy Tellez. ground ball left side down the line, and it's foul. The tying run at the plate, and that is out of play. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Down to the last out for the Mariners. And the batter now, Miles Mastrobuoni. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
Tying run at the plate.
Ball. One ball.
Well, triple
one
digits
strike.
on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
They're down to their final strike. This could end it. Lifted to left, and this should do it. Ball game.
Well, this is a big win on the road and going extras into 10. So hard to pull those out, but I think this team did a great job of keeping the crowd out of the ball game late. When you can do that, it kind of calms everything down, keeps the adrenaline of the opposing team down a bit, and you can steal a win and get out of here happy.
And this one ends with a final score of 6-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew, I'm John Sciambi saying so long from T-Mobile Park in Seattle.